everybody. Happy New Year, and thanks for tuning into the show. We hope you had a wonderful holiday season. I know we all got to spend some really nice time with our families. The market is slowly coming back, a little bit slow thanks to COVID and the snow. We've got a couple things to talk about this week. Let's do it. All right, guys, not a lot coming up in Bethesda proper this week, but over in Carter Rock Springs, which many people don't know feeds to Whitman and has a Whitman address, 7013 Endicott Court just hit the market at $1,395,000. This is a large 4-bedroom, 4-bath, mid-1980s home sitting on a nice quarter-acre lot. This house has a lot going for it in terms of curb appeal, but let's talk about the elephant in the room for a minute and those solar panels. And we get asked about solar panels all the time. We are all for sustainable energy, and that is certainly going to play a big part in real estate in the future. In this case, I wanted to make the point that when we get asked about solar panels, we typically tell people if it's going to be your forever home or the solar panels are on the back of the home, we have no problem with it. But no, if you do bring it back to market, there is going to be a portion of the marketplace that does not like seeing those solar panels on the front of the house. So be careful when you do it. There is another caveat, which is to make sure your roof is a newer roof when you put solar panels on, because taking them off to replace the roof and putting them back is quite costly. Overall, this house offers a lot. I like that mid-80s open floor plan with the high ceilings. Now, this house has a secret. It is business in the front, party in the back. Can I get a drum roll, please, here, guys? Let's go. Indoor pool. This house has an indoor pool off the back and hot tub. Can't say I see that too many times in the area, and especially not in 1-4 houses. You can certainly be the most popular person in your group of friends by buying this home. It's certainly going to take a little bit of upkeep, but how cool is that? I have not done this in weeks, but given the surge, I'm going to go ahead and call this my COVID dream feature of the week and suggest, if you are open to an indoor pool, that you check out this house this weekend. All right, jumping north into Potomac, into the Bedfordshire neighborhood, 11334 Burger Terrace is coming to market on Friday at $1,060,000. This is just under 4,000 square foot colonial with 4 bedrooms and 3.5 baths. It sits on a cul-de-sac and backs to some common area, which I love. Although this is a 1979 house, it really does have more of a mid-80s flow in terms of colonials. I like the large spaces, and this addition they added on the back of the kitchen really helped. Kitchen itself looks to be updated roughly maybe 10, 12, 15 years ago. Done in quality materials, and it looks like quality craftsmanship. And I get that feeling throughout this entire house. The other part of this house that stood out to me is the primary suite that is abundantly large for this price point. And again, the bathroom seems to be done with a quality contractor and with nice materials, although not exactly on trend for today. In the back, you get an expansive deck and a really nice pergola overlooking the common area there. Great for entertaining. Not a lot of flat yard, but you've got the cul-de-sac and plenty other places. They got the swim club just a block away as well. Overall, I'm super bullish on this house. There is nothing else in this price point in Potomac right now. I think it's a really great price, actually. I'm going to go ahead and call this my hot deal of the week. I think this gets and ends up getting over 1-1. It could get a little crazy if the right people start battling it out. Closing out this week, I want to talk about 12303 Old Canal Road in Montgomery Square. Montgomery Square is in Potomac, just north of Montrose near Falls Road. I showed this house just before the holidays, and I thought it was a great example of how much condition is playing a part in today's market. Now, before I jump into kind of ripping this house apart, I want to give a caveat that This is actually a Redfin owned home. Redfin has gotten in the business of buying homes directly from homeowners who don't want to deal with the sale process, potentially putting in work and then putting those homes back on the market. I don't want you to think I'm sitting here talking trash about some grandma's house. That's not my vibe. But Redfin, they've got deep pockets, they can take it. So it's sort of a flip. Now, the thing with this house is it's got a overall nicely laid out main level. I've shown this house lots of times. People do like the main level of this home. Now, Redfin came in and had probably what was a rather ugly original kitchen, and they went ahead and did this really nice renovation. They did everything right. I mean, the cabinets look good, the countertops look good, the workmanship is okay. But look at the flooring and the columns in the rest of the space. We've got like a 1980s, early 90s kind of Scarface vibe going on there. And we talk about this with sellers all the time. You've got your buyers through the front door, you're giving them a layout that you like. Now you've given them this kitchen, but while they're looking at this kitchen, they're looking at this floor and these columns and this stuff that doesn't work. So what you've done is you've actually invested money into a home to get some benefit out of, you're hoping to get a value benefit out of this kitchen, but you've left an item in direct eyesight that, and in my experience, was all my buyers would look at. And that's a big no-no. You really want the main level of your house to show well throughout. And you don't want to be short-sighted and not do things all the way because of budget or whatnot, and let yourself ruin the things you have put money in that were showing great. So what happens when you've got a kitchen this nice is they go, wow, that's a really nice kitchen, but oh my God, this is crazy. What am I going to do with this? And they take that thought process and they go through the rest of the house with it. So now they're going upstairs, they're looking at a somewhat livable master bath, and they're starting to create a list in their minds of all the things they're going to need to do to that house to make it move-in ready. Whereas if they had had a better experience all the way through that main level, when they got up to that master and yeah, the bathroom wasn't perfect, they wouldn't have already been in the mindset of, oh my God, what are all the things I need to do to make this house livable today? So really strong teaching moment there. We are seeing that a lot. You know, don't go halfway. If you're going to put money into something, make sure you're going to get the complete value out of that. And do everything that you need to do. You don't want to spend money and then leave money on the table because you didn't go all the way. Now, if Redfin had talked to some local agents like ourselves, they would have told them that the $861 they paid for this house was way over market to begin with. We've seen some low to mid 900 sales in this neighborhood recently for really, really nicely done remodeled properties. So 861 in an algorithm that the Redfin probably used to value this property, I could see that happening. But the truth is that with all the work it needs, oh, and by the way, it has an old pool in the back as well. They've now put themselves in a position where they've put money into this property and are at a price point that is well above the comps, and really, I think, made a terrible mistake here. This house has been on the market for 35 days. They just came down to 965. I think anybody who works the neighborhood would tell you that number should be below 899 right now. I think they're lucky to get the 861 they paid for this house at the end of the day. So, food for thought. All right, that's going to do it for this week, guys. Thanks so much for tuning in. Give us a follow at Jeweler Burton on Facebook or Instagram. If you know anybody who's getting in the market and think could use our help, you know we'd love to help. Stay safe, stay healthy, everybody. See you next week.